But okay, I know you said you've met, or not met, but like seen J. Michael Tatum just around,
Yeah.
like for reals.
Yeah. Tatum, I never had an issue with Tatum. I thought he
Yeah.
was vaguely rude.
I think if that rudeness comes from a place of like not wanting to get too involved with things,
That's
I totally
fine.
understand that.
I actually thought he was vaguely rude, not because he was actually rude, but because he said something about, like, I have, like, tics,
Yeah.
I thought it was rude of him to acknowledge them when I was talking to him. As, like, a 13-year-old, he was like, what are you doing?
He was probably trying to find something to like talk about with you, and then
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
he just did not like.
Yeah, I was like, excuse me? Like, okay, you need to understand, for the people at home, at the time I met him, I was 14-ish.
Maddie's standing up to explain this.
I was a 14-year-old with untreated OCD. So I came up to meet a stranger, and at the time when I met strangers, I would like hop
a
few times.
Yeah.
Like I had to hop 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Again, this was a condition. Like this was a medical condition that I was very embarrassed of, and I came up to meet this guy.
It's not even that weird. Like
No,
you're a
it isn't.
15-year-old.
And I was like, hi, and I bounced a couple of times, and he was like, what are we doing? And he bounced a couple of times, and I was like I was so offended. I was like, what?
He was probably trying to like engage, and he just did not.
He just didn't know what was going on. But like as a 14-year-old, I was like, excuse me. I was like, what did you just do?
I now understand. This is what I was trying to get at. Like when I asked you about meeting him, I was like, what the fuck even went on?
Yeah, no, I was so upset. I like didn't even like take a picture or anything. I was like, goodbye.
Oh yeah, that's really funny.
I was like, yeah, my friend wanted to meet you.
Oh my god, this makes the situation so much funnier.
I've been holding this against him for like 6 years. More now, I'm 22. It's been 8 years.
Oh my god. My life is now complete. That was extremely funny.
I hope Mr. Tatum hears this story someday. I hope he knows what he did.
I hope he remembers who you are.
I hope he remembers my face.
Were you in cosplay at all?
Not that time, no.
Oh, okay.
That was my first convention ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he ruined your first convention.
He made me angry at my first ever convention. Remember B. Tatum.
Remember this face.
Remember this face.
This poor man, he's trying to live out the rest of his life in like LA or whatever the fuck he is right now.
Knowing what he's done. Somebody send this to him. I want him to know.
He's gonna come back to bite us in the future.
Someday we'll be at a convention and we'll see Mr. Tatum.
We'll be like,
He doesn't need to know.
nose to the floor, like,
He'll come up bouncing to me.
he'll be like, so, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Yeah, so again, my problem with J. Michael Tatum is purely superficial. It is a very 14-year-old grudge to hold.
I've been waiting to hear the story behind, like, he was sort of rude.
You wanted to know specifically what
I was
happened.
like, I need to know what happened.
It's because you know me.
Yeah.
And I'm actually very tolerant of rudeness usually, so it had to be like something weird. I had to get a couple of drinks in to reveal the Tatum backstory.